Today, I want to tell you the story of a single penguin. Not a cartoon hero, not a talking animal, just one very real Adelie penguin who one day turned away from the ocean, away from its colony, and started walking straight toward the mountains. Imagine a white, endless desert of ice. In the distance, the sea crashes and roars, filled with food and life. Behind the penguin, thousands of others are gathered at the shore, calling, feeding, doing what penguins have always done to survive. But this one penguin does something completely different. It turns its back on the water, looks toward the empty interior of the continent, and begins to walk. Step by step, it heads for a place where no penguin lives. There are no fish there, no nesting grounds, no safety, only ice, rock, and cold. From far away, the penguin is just a tiny dark dot on an endless white canvas. If you blink, you almost lose it. But it keeps going, a stubborn little shape moving toward the blue shadowed mountains on the horizon. Scientists call this behavior disoriented, even deranged. They say that when a penguin does this, there is almost no hope it will not find food. It will not find its colony again. It is, in a very quiet walking toward its own death. There is something deeply unsettling about that idea. An animal that simply keeps walking, even though every step takes it further from life. But when people saw this video again recently, they saw something else too. They saw themselves. Because if we're honest, there are days when life feels exactly like that walk. When you know deep down that the path you are on isn't good for you, but you stay on it anyway. You keep going through the motions. You go to the same job that drains you, stay in the relationships that hurt, repeat the habits that slowly freeze you from the inside. You see the ocean behind you, the version of your life where you might actually feel alive, but you read too tired, too numb, or too lost to turn back. This penguin walking into the mountains has become a symbol for that feeling. Some people call it the Nihilist Penguin, a little creature that seems to say, nothing matters anymore. I'm done. And a lot of us looked at that tiny bird on the screen and thought, yeah, I get it. I know that kind of tired. We don't know what the penguin is thinking. Of course, animals don't write diaries. And this is not a fairy tale where the penguin explains itself at the end. But the image hits us so hard because it strips life down to something very simple. A direction and a decision. The decision to walk away from what could save you, or the decision to try one more time to turn around. Now, here's the part that hurts a little. In real life, this penguin probably doesn't make it. Nature is not a movie with a guaranteed happy ending. There's no last-minute rescue helicopter, no dramatic twist where the penguin suddenly becomes the king of the mountains. It just keeps walking, and eventually the cold and emptiness swallow it. But you are not a penguin on an empty ice sheet. You are a human being watching this story from a place where you can still make choices. You can ask for help. You can change direction. You can say, I don't want to walk toward the mountains anymore. I want to go back to the water. The reason this tiny clip has exploded online is not just because it's sad or dark. It's because it holds up a mirror to the quiet, invisible suffering so many people carry around. We live in a world where burnout, depression, and loneliness are everywhere, but most of the time we hide them. We smile. We say we're fine. Inside, though, some part of us might feel just like that penguin. Small, tired, and walking toward something we're not sure we even want. Maybe you felt it too. Those mornings when getting out of bed feels like climbing a mountain. Those nights when you scroll endlessly, not because you're happy, but because you're too empty to do anything else. Those moments when you wonder, what's the point? And you don't like the answer that comes back. If that's you, I want you to imagine pressing pause on the video for a moment. The penguin is frozen mid-step, one foot in the air, tiny body leaning forward into the wind. Now imagine that just this once it stops. It looks back over its shoulder. It sees the sea again, even if it's far away. It hears the faint sound of the colony, the chaos, the noise, the life. In our world, you don't have to keep walking in the direction that's killing you. You can turn. It won't be easy. The journey back might feel long and painful, but unlike that penguin, you can decide to head toward warmth, toward people, toward help. Maybe for you, turning around means sending a message to a friend and telling them you're not okay. Maybe it means finally booking that therapy appointment. Maybe it means quitting something that is slowly destroying you, even if you're scared of what comes next. Maybe it just means giving yourself permission to rest instead of pushing yourself until you break. The penguin's walk into the mountains is powerful because it looks like surrender. And some days, surrender feels easier than fighting. But here's the quiet truth. Every time you choose to stay, to try to reach out, you are already doing something the penguin can't. You are rewriting the script. So when you see that lonely little bird heading toward the empty hills, don't just see tragedy. See a warning. See a reflection. And maybe see an invitation. An invitation to check in with yourself and ask, am I walking toward my own mountains right now? Have I turned my back on the things that keep me alive? My joy, my health, my connections, without even realizing it? If the answer is yes, this is not the end of your story. You are not stuck on rails. You are allowed to stop. You are allowed to say, no more. You are allowed to change direction. Even if you've been walking the wrong way for years, the penguin cannot save itself. But you can. You can choose today to take even one small step back toward your own ocean, toward something that nourishes you, even a little. It might be a conversation. It might be a walk outside. It might be writing your feelings down instead of burying them. Whatever that step is, it matters. So the next time you see that clip of the penguin walking into the mountains, remember this. You are not just a spectator watching a sad animal. You are a person with a choice. You can keep drifting forward into the cold, or you can turn slowly, shakily, bravely toward life. And if all you can do today is decide that you want to turn, even if you don't know how yet, that is already a huge step. You are not alone on the ice. There's help. There's warmth. There is another path. Thank you for listening to this story. If it resonated with you, take a moment not to like or share, but to check in with yourself or with someone you care about. Because unlike that penguin, we still have time to choose where we're going.